Yo, what's going on? All my homies, homettes, dudes, and dudettes. It's your boy Will, back again with the Will Report. And this is another one of those things where I run through the whole week of what I wore this past week. All right, so let's get right into it. No delay. First off, starting on Monday. On Monday, I went with, oh, and by the way, I also, as you can probably see in the title, I also went with all Dua fragrances this week. So the first one that I started out with was this one, which is Invasion of the Barber. And this is a fresh barbershop type of scent. So this one is a clone or somewhat of a clone of the fragrance by MDCI, and it's called Invasion Barbar. And it's not really spelled Barber, but it's spelled Barbar. I think it's BARBRE or something like that. But it's a very fresh barbershop style fragrance. Um, it just smells pretty fresh. It smells like a barbershop fragrance. That's what I wore on Monday. And then on Tuesday, this is a fragrance that most people probably will know, or at least know what is cloning. This is Pop Cherry. Let's see if I can get that in focus. Is that focusing? It's not focusing, but this is Pop Cherry, also by Dua. And this is a clone of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. And it smells like a heavily candied cherry fragrance. It's really, really, really sweet. It's almost comes off as a fragrance that you should layer, and I usually do layer this with some of my darker fragrances, like some of the leather fragrances, or some of the sometimes with a oud fragrance. I'll layer this, but I wore it just by itself on Tuesday, and it was pretty good. And as you know, Tom Ford's Pop Cherry, Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, it smells just like that, or somewhat close to it, almost 100% close to it. On Tuesday, Tuesday was a little bit cooler on Tuesday. Oh, and that's another thing. Last week it was pretty warm all week, except for on a couple of days. On Wednesday, it was a little bit cooler. So I went and grabbed this one. And this is Vanilla Overload. I'm not sure if these names are coming through on the camera, but it's called Vanilla Overload. And this one is a clone of Spittoon du Vanille by Guerlain. And that's a very heavy vanilla fragrance. And that's what this is also. It's a very heavy, dominant vanilla fragrance. If you don't like vanilla, you don't need to get this one. But it has some spices in it also. And it has, in the dry down, I think it has some wood notes. But it really, really good fragrance, especially for a little bit chilly. Okay, so then on Thursday, I went with this one, which is An Evening with the Mobster. I don't know why these are not coming in. Let's call it The Evening with a Mobster. Actually, I think this one is discontinued on the Dua site. I'm not sure if they still had this. As you can tell, this is the older bottle with the little cheap tops and the older labels. But this one is a clone of, and these sprayers are not as good either. This one is a clone of Roja Dove's Creation E. And oh my goodness, it's so good. It has some spices in it. What are some of the fragrances? And it's so good. It has some spices in it, tobacco. It's a really nice nice, warm, and comforting fragrance. I didn't wear a whole lot. I just sprayed it, even though it was a little bit warm on what day was that? Thursday. It was a little warm, but I still wore this, and it was a very nice treat. If you can find this website, I would say sample it or try it. This one is a really, really good one. They have some fragrances now that they have that are mixed, like they have on Roger on Dua's website. They have the fragrances where they mix two fragrances or maybe three fragrances together. So they have mixed this one with a couple of fragrances that's still listed, but I don't think they have the actual just evening with a mobster on the website anymore. Maybe they'll get them back, and maybe it was just discontinued for a little while. And then on Friday, Friday, this is the brand new one, and oh my goodness, I am loving this fragrance. And this one is Mesmerizing Blaze. Is it Mesmerizing Blaze? Yeah, Mesmerizing Blaze. I always get it mixed up with the fragrance that it's trying to clone. It's trying to clone. Well, I don't know if it's trying to clone or if it's a perfect clone or not because I haven't smelled the other one. But the one that is cloning is um, Hypnotizing Fire by The Harmonist. And I just got this one. The unboxing is probably out on already. I already probably put it out. But this one, oh my goodness. This is such a hard fragrance to describe. It has this freshness to it, but it has woods in the background, and it's a long lasting fragrance. But one thing I did notice when I wore this, one, you get a lot of attention. I sprayed this and I went out. I got a compliment from a female at the grocery store, and I got a compliment from a female at the gym. But the only thing about this is, like I said, it's long lasting. The only thing about this, you can overspray this, and it can get clawing to you, especially if it's on you. You know, you're smelling it constantly, but in the air, the sillage of it when you walk past somebody, this is beautiful. This is beautiful, and like I said, the Dua has upgraded with the wooden tops, and look at this sprayer. This is It's a pressurized sprayer now. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's what I wore on Friday, and whew, that's a good one. That's a good one. And then on Saturday I went with this. I have a smaller. This is called Plumlicious, and I have a smaller uh, sample of this. I want to get a bigger bottle, the regular 30 milliliter bottle, because this is a really good fragrance. This is cloning Tom Ford's Plum Jubilee. I think it's Plum Jubilee, Jubilicious or something like that. But the spray is a little bit different. This is so nice. It's fresh, and it says it's plumlicious, but I don't think it's any plum in this in the notes. It's some other fragrance, some other notes that kind of make it gives off a plum or a fresh fruit kind of vibe, but it's not any plum in the actual note breakdown. But yeah, smells good. It smells fresh and fruity and great. I love it. All right. So, and then on Sunday, this one I wore on Sunday, and this is Liquid Mind Control. This one, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This one is a clone of Baranda by Nasamaro, and it is a glorious clone. And the strange thing is, this is an older bottle, but Dua has started for a little while, and on certain ones they started using these different sprays, so the sprayer was a little bit better. On this one, the evening with the mobster, I think I got this one before I got no. This was one of the first ones that they had out. Yeah, this was one of the first ones that they have, even with Mobster. But this sprayer is a lot better. And then I got this one, and then obviously after that, I got this one, Pop Cherry. And look, that sprayer is not as good as this sprayer. That's Pop Cherry, and this is, see that spray? It's like a mist. But anyway, I digress. This is a clone of Baranda by Nasamato, and that fragrance, this fragrance, it has some notes of rum. It has whiskey in it. It has red berries, bergamot. So it starts off a tad bit fresh, but it has a real strong boozy vibe to it. Almost kind of like if you're sitting in a club, like not a nightclub, but more of like a bar. And the lights are dim, and it's people are sitting in different little sections by themselves and vibing. It gives me that kind of vibe, and oh my goodness, it's so nice. But yeah, that's what I wore on sunday sunday and Sunday was it was really breezy outside. It was windy, but the temperature was not that high. It was maybe, I think it was like maybe 65, 70 degrees. And that's what I wore on Sunday. So that's it. That's what I had for you for last week. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with your boy Will. I appreciate your time. Come back next week, or come back before next week, and kick it with your boy. Deuces.